Hello.
Good afternoon, ladies. How
Hey,
you doing?
hello, hello, hello.
Happy Friday. How's it going, Matt Flo?
Hey, Manflo's in the house. She's been out of the house for a minute, but thank you, guys, for you girls holding it down. And guys, wonderful
Good,
Friday.
It
good,
is.
good. How's it going, Tanya?
It is absolutely a fantastic and fabulous Friday. I am just having an awesome day and so glad to be with you all today. It's going to be another exciting one. It's been an exciting week. It's all good. Yay!
Well, absolutely, absolutely. I say the same thing. It has been a fantastic week. You know how you have weeks where things are just lining up and just kind of falling into place? It's been that kind of week for me, and I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited about our show today. I mean, this guy who's coming on is awesome. We've been tuning in. Matt Flo, you tuned in as well the other
Oh, yeah.
day, and we have just been gathering such helpful nuggets. And actually, it's just kept me excited since last Friday when Orlando was on the show. So it's going to be just incredible. The weeks are incredible. What do you guys, what has been, great this week? Oh, I see our guest is here and he is ready to come on and share nuggets. So, Tanya, we'll turn it over to you.
Well, what an awesome thing that we have, you know, Mr. Orlando Nelson back with us today. He has been sharing some fantastic things with us all week long. And, what I found is that you cannot get the information one time. You can't just listen to him once. You're going to have to hear him more than once in order to really get an understanding for what he's saying. But for my own personal, I'm going to just give my own testimony. I've been in business since 2007, and I just thought that I could, have my good credit, have, my home as collateral, and can go out and do what I need to do for my business. So I went into the bank not too long ago to get a little small $30,000 loan, and I was turned down. And I was kind of cocky about it, like, what the heck are you turning me down for? Because you know I'm Tanya Scott, and I got this in place and I got that in place, and I've been banking with you for 30 years. What is the problem? And to learn, not from them, because they didn't share the information with me. They just said, no. I learned from Orlando that my stuff ain't in order. That I was doing what, Orlando? Playing business?
That's the phrase that's been killing me. It makes you think every day because I'm thinking, again, the same thing. I haven't, been in business. I've been in business for about 3 or 4 years, just actually, getting the LLC. Now, you do business, many years before that, but every time, Orlando, you say, are you just playing business? We have to step back and go, what am I? Because when you say, have you done this and have you done that? We're like, well,
Not really.
wait, so so you have been dropping these incredible nuggets, but I'm with you, Tanya. I'm thinking, I've got this all together. I have it. I have the whole plan, and then to realize that the plan is full of holes.
Right. And that's
Yes.
the whole thing with this is that again, we wouldn't have any idea anyway. And that's the whole thing that I try to push and love, and say it's no disrespect to people when I say that, but is to get them to think that way because of the fact that realistically, if you think about it, who did you follow? What business model did you follow? Who in your family had a business? Who did you study under? Where did you supposedly be this big genius business person? Where does it come from? And if you really be honest with yourself, it didn't come from anywhere. It just came from your imagination of what you think a business is. Oh, well, a business that you have no, you know, again, most people are not even following a successful business model. not even in the equation. So that is more to me as into what I mean by playing business, because a lot of people have your heart and soul in it and still playing business because they are not using the right mechanisms in order to do what a business do. It's so funny. I was talking to some people just earlier today here in Atlanta. They had the Black Wall Street, right? And it's really nice. They took a Target and they, put all the black businesses and they have restaurants and it's really nice.
Uh-oh.
Where are we? You're frozen. Anybody else frozen? Just him.
No, just him.
Here I am. Am I back now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you went to
Okay.
another Alan a minute
I'm on
ago.
I'm on a hotspot on my phone, so we might go in and out. I apologize for that. But think about this is what was I saying referring to?
Talking about the Black
Oh,
Wall
Black Wall
Street.
Street. Dig this. The why they're giving us the cheap stuff. All right. That was not Black Wall Street. That was a black thriving community. That wasn't Black Wall Street. Black they crashed two planes into Wall Street and couldn't break it down. Wall Street is worldwide. Why they're trying to compare a thriving neighborhood to Wall Street? It's no comparison. Wall Street is corporate. You can't come. That was not Wall Street. We've never had a Wall Street. That's what it is. No other countries had a Wall Street. The United States had a Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? So to say that that was Black Wall Street, everybody think that's good. No, it's not, because it was nowhere near a Wall Street. Think about what Wall Street is, and then think about what that was. It was not a Black Wall Street. It was a thriving black community.
Gotcha.
You see the difference there?
Yeah, we do.
You see, so just in that alone, the point that I'm getting at is no way that we would know this type of information, this type of thinking, if you didn't follow anyone, if you didn't, and then plus the fact that just the lack of opportunity to disseminate this information to minorities and in different people like that. And again, on this, it's not so much of a racial thing. It's a financial, it's a wealth thing. Isn't it? Doesn't matter what color you are. If you got the right power and influence, you can participate, because that's how America runs. They don't care where you come from.
It
You
runs
see,
on the
and
money.
that's the type of thinking that we need to look at, not what is, and see, I'm glad we can have this conversation, because Mad Flow is a mad client, and good to see you, and Tanya and Miss Gardner. So we can have a different conversation than what I'm having normally on the Zoom. You get what I'm saying? So this is again the deeper. This is the type of conversations I love having as well. The program is going to do what it does. Understand that it's plug and play. It doesn't matter. That's what these guys are out here now. That's all over the internet. They've participated in a program that I probably helped create, whoever they got it from. First, let's understand that. You get what I'm saying? There were 4 companies doing this in the whole country, period, when I started. Period. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
all these guys, all these people, all these, they're the opportunists. There's opportunity to make some money.
So Orlando, kind of tell us what we need to do. I know that most times, we don't have our business compliant. You use that term. So can you tell us what it means to have our business compliant so that we will be able to get business credit?
Right. The not only business credit, an excellent question. Anything. If you're not in compliance, first of all, you're not going to get anything. Let's see. This is how important this is. Most business owners most businesses are turned down for funding because they're not prepared when they went in and asked for the money. And most of the time it's in the compliance. making sure your business is in compliance with all state laws, federal laws, and lending institutions. Most people have the state and federal. It's the lending institution part is where they fall off. Okay, such as making sure your registration at the Secretary of State is correct. Again, you can build a corporate profile. This is what we're talking about: a business financial resume. Business financial resume. If you're going to have any success of any type of funding, you're going to have to have a business financial resume, a business profile. They will always be asking for your personal credit if you never build a business profile because that's the only data that is available to them. They have no choice. You took the time to build your personal Equifax experience at TransUnion, but you never took the time to do Dun and Bradstreet, business Equifax, business experience, business TransUnion, which has absolutely nothing to do with your personal Equifax and TransUnion and experience. That is the good news in all of this. You could be a 400 in your personal credit score. You could be in a bankruptcy, 13, making payments, and you can still build credit profile with business Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. It's beautiful. But anyway, your compliance is verifying that you're registered at the Secretary of State. You can build a profile for any entity, including nonprofit organizations and churches. Even churches, they're in the business of ministry. Pastors can't. Some of them can't even, uh, you know, finance their own home because they're so leveraged in the church. I see a lot of them. They're in strip malls and different things. They're trying to build their church and they're putting their personal weight in order to do it. But they are a business. They're in the business of ministry, so they can create a corporate profile just as well as any other business or corporation. That's why a lot of them, especially the mega churches, are now is seeking out different. I think it's 501 different designation, which allows them to make profits or just become for profit because they're too large. But anyway, registering at the Secretary of State. Now, typically, if a person is going to start their business, they're going to start in their home, making sure that they've separated the home for the residence. That is one of the biggest issues that most business owners have right out of the box, man. You immediately, the first thing you think, oh, I'm going to set up my home. You never think about creating a suite number or letter for the business in the home. So
Right.
therefore, you're working out of your house. Isn't that crazy?
Of course.
that
Yeah,
small
it's
little
crazy,
thing,
but
you
you're
know?
thinking that it's, but we're thinking that's our business. We would
Right.
never think to add a suite number. I've been in business
Exactly.
for years and I don't have a suite number.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're working out of your house and no one's going to lend you a dime. You're immediately turned down. You do not pass go. You do not collect $200. The party's over. Okay. But just by doing it, now you're a legal home based business. Now you get the tax breaks based on the sizes and all that other things that come with doing that. Now you can pay your mortgage, your light bill, your grocery shopping, your everything through the corporation because you have a legal home based business. You see that differential right there?
Right.
You can't do that on the personal side working out of your house.
Right.
And understand why you want to pay this mortgage since we have the advanced crew on the well, better understanding crew or on the platform crew right now. You got to understand what that does for you. Paying your mortgage under your personal credit does nothing. You have to pay for, or you have to take a major chunk out of it before it has any substantial changes on your personal credit. Otherwise, you're just paying pennies to pay down a a $400,000 or $500,000 mortgage. I don't know what happened. Something happened. Okay. So, but doing it through the corporation. So, what you're saying to the corporation, let's say your mortgage is 3 grand a month. 3 grand a month, you're doing a business transaction when you pay it through your corporation. That transaction is listed in your business financial resume. Your financial resume is what you build in order to get funding. You see, like I said before, the score is just the minimal qualifications in order to continue the conversation.
Mm.
People don't realize that. Oh my, I got 800 credit. I got 850. I got 100 credit score. Okay. Understand that is the least thing you must have in order to continue the conversation. What that means is, okay, you need this, you want this funding. Let's say you got to have an 800 credit personal credit score. Oh, you don't have an 800? Well, ain't no need to finish this conversation.
Right.
Conversation ends right here. Ain't no need to keep going. Oh,
Right.
you do have an 800.
Uh-huh.
Now we can continue the conversation. How long you been in business? What the revenues are? Da 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 da. The whole picture still has to make sense. The credit is just a piece of the profile. That's what I try to get people to see. The score is good, but that is the least of what you need. That just got you in the door. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you're separating the house, the home, from the business by designating a suite number or letter to the business and the home, getting a PO box for your mail because you do not have your business mail come to the residence, and then for how is this going to work for small businesses who apply for a new federal funding? Well, this what we're doing and talking about now, you can't even get federal funding unless you do this. This is qualifying you, putting your business in compliance for, if you don't have this piece in place, you're no one's going to do business with you. No one's going to lend you money because you're not in compliance. It's just not going to happen. Understand it, and for federal funding, if for all of this, it doesn't matter what type of funding it is, this you have to have. If you don't separate the residents from the business, you're immediately turned down. Understand this. Your application goes no further because no one is going to lend you a dime working out of your house. Okay. And as to be incorporated to get your business credit benefits, or do they continue to work under the LLC? Does the business owner have to be incorporated and
Like
get a
INC?
You mean like INC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
can
Like,
be any entity. It can be Inc. It can be S corp, LLC, LLP, or C corp. And even like I said, even you can, for all of those entities, you can get a Dun and Bradstreet number. Let me first explain what that is for anyone who doesn't know. What we're talking about here, I know maybe some other people are coming on, and maybe I just don't see them, and they may not be familiar with our Tuesdays and Thursdays Zooms. Guys, this is a prelude for you to come to our Tuesdays and Thursdays Zooms where we have wealth conversations. This is the type of conversations we should be having all the time. We're always talking about rich, you're rich today, you're broke tomorrow. There's not enough wealth conversation being had. And this is what Tanya is doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what a lot of other people are doing to elevate ourselves, because if we do not get this, we're going to be even more left behind in the future. The future is crypto and credit. Cash is dead. So we have these conversations. So back to what I was saying, a Dun and Bradstreet number is like a social security number, but it's for the business. It has nothing to do with your EIN number, your tax ID number, and the best news of all, it has absolutely nothing to do with your personal social security number. This is a number that's designed for you to be able to get loans, leases, lines of credit, or just regular stuff that you need to run and operate your business and not always have to use your personal credit to do it. This thing is powerful, guys. This whole conversation is about power. Like I said, most people forget one of the definitions of power, and that is the ability to get things done. How much time I got? Am I moving on time? Do I need to get through the tears here? I get the run of my mouth. You know how I
You're
am.
good.
You're absolutely good. Let me there are local nonprofits in Savannah designed to assist businesses who do not teach these elements. That's true.
It is. It is. And I spent a lot of time up in Savannah. I was when I was in the military. I was stationed in Hooterville, out in Hinesville, Georgia, and went take some classes at Savannah State. Worked at, so I'm very familiar with the area and have friends there now. And of course, it's always been different. You got to understand, guys. When we start walking this path, you're going to be a threat. You're going to be. You understand? Being on a business financial ledger puts you seen all over the world. That's why, like I said, people just don't get what we're talking about here. Now
So,
your business can be seen all over the world on a business financial ledger. That ledger is Business Equifax, Business Experian, and Dunn and Bradstreet.
Huh. Didn't didn't know that there were business Equifaxes. You only think that there's my personal. I didn't even
Right.
realize those existed.
Right. So, we got to start participating in this. So, yeah. So now you get your PO box for your mail, and then also, guys, keep in mind you want to put that's for your business cards and your websites as well. So you don't have to put your home address on there and people not showing up and people showing up at your home. So for your website, your business cards, your marketing material, you put that PO box on there. Your next part of your compliance is your telephone number listed in the business directory. Your business number listed in the business directory is a must. A bank does a 411 search to see does that number belong to that business that's at that address that's registered at the Secretary of State. Most people either don't list it or they list their cell phone and they forget the cell phone. If you research it, comes back to your personal and not your business. Your website address, your domain name, your www dot, your corporate email, a corporate email, not a free email. Banks do not like free emails. Free emails are Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail. When you go to fill out an application, you get dinged for having a free email. They want to see a corporate email. A corporate email is your businessname.com, not gmail.com. Mine is info at info-llc.com. Now you keep your Gmail, your free email as well, because again, for your public information, your website, your business cards, you put your Gmail on there. So all the spam and traffic goes to the Gmail. Your corporate email are for official things, your applications, your loans, your grants. You don't want spam to come to that.
Right.
But if you don't put that on your application, your loan application, you got to understand on this compliance piece, guys, if you miss 3 of these and they designate 10 points to each, you're 70, your application is turned down. You fail. Underwriting doesn't even get to see what you want the money for. You never make it past processing. That is their job. They're not going to waste underwriting time and you're working out of your house because you're
Right.
turned down immediately. Understand that. You ain't going no further. Okay. Then they go to research and you're talking about you in business and then it's your cell number. It comes back to you personally. You see how you're not looking too much like a legitimate business
no,
right
but
out of the box.
Orlando, a quick question though. How expensive, you're saying, get this and get that. Sometimes I guess when people are starting out, they're thinking, I don't have the money, and it's, how expensive is it to, for example, get a business phone number?
I use GoDaddy. They can get you a local number for $9.99 a month.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a great
and they have
investment.
posted for all the not all of them. They do the business Google and in those places. They post it on there for you underneath your business. You get an app that you download to your phone. You put a different ringtone. I got 6 of them on mine, and so you'll know which business is calling and know how to answer for each one. It's really great. They have the website address. They have the corporate email to match. And then the next part of your compliance is your website, an actual website. No website, no loan. No one is ever going to lend you a dime if you do not have a website.
Now, GoDaddy also offers you a website, correct?
Yeah, it's called you get your personal website builder, and you can get all those pieces, all 4 of those pieces for $88 for the year. You
Mm.
see, so you still pay your $9.99 a month for your cell phone. I mean, for the phone number, but the website address, the corporate email, the website builder, and they send you templates. I mean, you can, if I can do it, anyone can do it. It's so that simple. I'm a truck driver. They send you templates about truck driver. I'm a restaurant. They send you, and you just change it, download your pictures, add it in, and change. You put your own verbiage, and publish it. Bam! It looks great too. Um, Now, if you need something more extensive, then of course
Yeah.
you pay for it, right?
But you
But
can
it's
get
like
you can get that starter, package that you need to be in compliance at actually a reasonable cost, as an
exactly
investment in your business.
right.
Right.
I do it for my students. Students don't have any money, but in Georgia, you can incorporate at the Secretary of State for $100. It's one of the lowest around. Then, so for $200, you can be a legal business
Mhm.
and
That's a
in
good.
compliance because the
Right.
DUNS number doesn't cost you
Mhm.
anything. Your EIN number doesn't cost you anything.
Nope.
You see, so for $200 in Georgia, you can become a legal business. I
That's
tell my
awesome.
students, if you don't have someone that will invest in your business that you're around in your family in your sphere of influence, you need to get you need to get new friends, first of
Mhm.
all. Okay? Because and you're not going to borrow it. It's an investment. I'm not giving it back. Understand? You understand? This is I'm trying to become a legitimate business. You see, I'm in technical school, I'm going to HVAC, I'm in cosmetology school, so I'm serious about it, but I need some help to become a legal business while I'm in school. So within the next year while I'm in school, when I graduate, my business is a year old. My business bank account is a year old. I'm not a startup. See, they teach you to trade, they don't teach you the business.
Mhm.
And that's what's missing. So I go around and I do that for people. I don't even charge the schools to do it because it's just crazy that but that's by intention. Understand? It's like in college, the courses are garbage because they don't want you to be competition. Understand?
Mhm.
Again, back to what I'm saying. These conversations, this is you're going to be on the radar, guys. You understand? And that's what you want. That's a good thing because that's how you're going to get money. That's how you're going to get wealth. That's how you're going to grow. The problem before is nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows.
Right.
Who's going to give you some money? Who will give you $1 million? Nobody know you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
You see? So from right from the beginning, you're playing. You're not even playing. Let's first understand that you're not even on the board. You don't even have a item to even play with. You got what I'm saying? So anyway, that's the part of the compliance. We get your DUNS number. Typically, if you don't have one, we're able to help you retrieve one. If you're a minority female owned business, typically and been in business 3 to 5 years, they sometimes will establish one for you. You just don't know. We can retrieve it for you. And then your business bank account. Always advise my guys to have at least three different banks for one business, two
Right.
major banks and one small community bank. I like Chase. They have a great small business banking. Wells Fargo has a great program, and then you might want your BB&T or your Regions or your Navy Federal. But understand, guys, credit unions were designed for personal. They may have a business account, but it's not going to be very aggressive because their whole primary purpose is to help you on the personal side. I have a Navy business one as well. But I just don't like to make that distinction. If you never just want to have a Navy business bank account only, you're going to be very restricted. But you want to have two major banks and one small community bank. Banking is about relationship. You want to have a good relationship, a great relationship with your bankers. You want them to know your name and ask you about your kids and all that. Bring them, send them a fruit basket. I do all that stuff. You understand? Because then Mr. Nelson comes in and when I get ready to need some money, they know Mr. Nelson. You see, banking is relationships. And when you have those small community banks, it's even more so relationship. And you're
Right.
putting money in it. That means you're helping them in their community, your investment. So now they're, especially those small community banks, now you're helping their investors. They're going to help you to help them more. So that's why that's one reason. And the other reason is for a revenue, being able to show more revenue for the business. by taking the funds you have and be able to move them through the other bank accounts. Such as example, if you have $5,000 you got for a contract, now I do this all the time. Anytime I can have the opportunity to take, they say you want to get $100 extra back when I'm making a purchase, definitely. Or if I'm out using my business card, I'll go get money back. But before the end of the month, I move that $5,000 through the Chase, through the Wells, and then through the community and back through to my Chase in a lot of cases. So that $5,000, it just became 20,000. Right? When they want you to show bank statements, right? You have the 5,000 that went through each one. They don't care to pay money.
All right. So a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you're taking the money out of the bank
Mm-hmm.
and put it in another bank, what's to distinguish your technique of what you're doing from this nasty word, money laundering?
The money came from legal places.
Okay.
Money laundering is laundering illegal gains because it's dirty. You have to clean it. All we're doing is moving clean money to one account to another account. You can move them through 100 accounts. It's your money, your business. I might want to move it to Africa tomorrow. No, that ain't none of their business. They just move my money. You get what I'm saying? So that's not washing money. Washing money is when it's illegally gained, and now you're trying to make it clean by running it through businesses so it comes out on the other end as legal money. You see, what we're doing is taking our existing funds and leveraging it to show more business revenue. It's our money. We didn't steal it. We didn't create it. We gained it. And now we are leveraging it by being able to show it flow through. Sometimes I'll give my brother some money to go take his card, come run it through my machine. You get what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of ways of doing it. You never want to do a transfer because then you're just transferring it from one account to the other account.
Yes.
Okay. So
if
you're
you
not
go all
transferring.
week taking $100 from Walmart all week and getting an extra $100, and then at the end of the week deposit that $500 into that other account, that's revenue on paper.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. All right. So the key is the word you said, gain, is money that you gained, money that you earned.
Right.
All right. And that way you're showing a record of monies earned.
Right. Exactly.
Which is critical. But even now, I'm gonna be picky with it because money launderers, they claim that they earned the money also, whether it's from a casino or whatever the case. They just never show how the money got there. But from what you're saying, and I want people to hear this, this is very critical. From what you're saying, you have a record from the beginning all the way to the end. And you're taking the money out of the bank. You're actually not transferring it. You said you're taking the money out of the bank by check, and you're going to another bank. Are you opening?
No, I don't do by check because then that shows that's a deposit, not a.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
How do you do it?
Okay, like this. I go to Walmart. I use my card, my business debit card. They say, do you want $100 extra? I say, yes. Boom, I got $100.
Now you go back and deposit it.
And then at the end of the week, after doing that on several occasions, I'm just using this as an example. Let's say I did that 5 times. I got $500. So on Friday, I just take that $500 and just go put it into my other business bank account, which is my right. You see?
Okay. Awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
And now, because you got to understand, when I give that to my brother and he swipes his card through my machine, the transaction report don't say the name, don't say where it came from. It's some digits and codes that I don't know what it is. And guess what? They don't care.
They just want to see transactions.
They want to see transactions. Funders want to fund you. That's their whole idea. You just got to give them the reason for them not to say no.
Okay. Awesome.
They ain't really doing, if you check off all the boxes, here's the money. You see?
Right.
And all of that, I made sure that, I'm not going to do anything illegal. It's not necessary. There's so many ways legally by the way they designed it to do it.
Mhm.
What's the point of doing anything illegal?
And I think that's where the issue is. A lot of people don't know the
Right.
legal ways or the right way. And that's something that you teach. And so, folks, this is critical. This is something he teaches, the legal way and the right way, so you don't
Exactly.
get jammed up.
Right. And I'm not that guy. And understand, it's so much. I'm just scratching the surface. I don't even it's unbelievable. 17 years, and I'm still a infant when it comes to this, guys, because I've never had $10 million to do this with. I'm a regular small business owner, just like everybody else. I tell everybody, I'm like, dude, I'm no major corporation. No, you got to understand, for 17 years, the it was. Let me tell you guys a funny story, and I need to go and join us on the Zoom, guys, on Tuesdays. These guys have been on here. They'll tell you we get now. I wish you guys would talk to me more. Hello, come back and take notes, and because I feed off the energy of.
Yes.
I'm not just talking to a blank wall, like all of you showing your lovely faces. Like, do it on with me too.
Okay.
We got
But
it.
anyway,
So,
I'm sorry.
So Orlando, you have tiers. When you were talking about the tiers 1 and tiers 2, what are we able to do in those tiers? What happens after we have been compliant? Then you talked about what we can do next,
Right.
or what can happen
All right.
next.
So we have a process in building the profile. Now that you're in compliance, you have to build the profile. And we have a systematic way that we put in place in order for it to be done. It works the same way every day for everybody. It does not work for you and not for somebody else. That is how they have designed it over 100 years ago. This is how it doesn't matter. Understand this. Now, what we've done, a business credit score is called a paydex score, PAYDEX. A paydex score goes up to 100, and 80 is considered a perfect score. And 80 is equivalent to an 800 on your personal credit. We're going to get you to the 80 in 45 to 60 days with absolutely no use of your personal credit at all. All right. Now, we have 6 tiers in building your profile. On the first tier, we have 5 to 10 companies that are going to give you a line of credit from $100 up to $5,000 to get your business credit started. These are companies are like electronics, cell phones, computers, paper, signs, ink. It's a nice array of companies. Nothing you're going to jump up and down and get all excited about. But these are the only guys that will give you credit when you don't have any. And understand, these are things you can use in your corporate lifestyle.
Okay.
These are things you can use. Not like your personal, you had to go get a Freeman's account and you didn't need any jewelry, but they were the only ones that would give you credit. You get what I'm saying?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Exactly. For those that remember Reeds and Freemans, want to start your credit, you can go get a gold chain or something,
Right.
nugget, go get a nugget ring and so, I'm telling my age now, right? But anyway, on the first tier, we have 5 to 10 companies that are going to give you a line of credit from $100 up to $5,000 to get your business credit started. We're going to open up 5 to 10 of these. These accounts are net 30, meaning they're only going to give you 30 days to pay them off. They're just trying you out. I want you to use 5 or more of these accounts to make purchases. You can get a score only using 3. I want you to use 5 or more. I want you to make 3 purchases on each account. On the Zoom, I'll tell you why that's important. But for right now, I want you to use 5 accounts. I want you to make 3 purchases on each account. One of the reasons that is because, like we said before, no one knows you. If they were to ask you how to prove that you're in business, you couldn't do that. How do you pay your vendors? How do you pay your suppliers? Right. So if you use 5 accounts, if you make 3 purchases on each account, that's 15 invoices in black and white that the whole world can see. Right. Your business is doing business. Prior to doing that, Nobody knew who you are.
No,
Mhm.
nobody knew.
That small step is so huge. People just don't realize you went from zero to hero
Mhm.
just that fast.
Right.
Literally. You didn't change your whole financial future just with that one move.
Wow.
Put you in such a powerful seat of what you were to launch from. See, most of the time people launching from the hole right from the beginning. You ain't even launching from the ground. You're
Right.
trying to put foothold in the hole to launch up. That's where you're
Mhm.
starting from.
Yeah.
Understand? People like they think they're all that. You ain't all that. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to the scheme of things. So this allows you to, right from the beginning, you're on solid ground to build on, because this is how they do it. But anyway, on that, we're gonna want you to use those 5 accounts, make 3 purchases on each account. Now you got 15 invoices. Now your business is doing business. Now the world can see it. So let's say you ordered a laptop. Let's say the payment is due on the 30th of the month because it's a net 30 account. I advise my clients to pay it off on the 20th, or
Okay.
at least 5 to 10 days before it's due. If you do that on 3 to 5 accounts in 45 to 60 days, you'll have a 80. A 80 is equivalent to a 800. Bing.
That's simple. And we had no clue.
Just that easy. Just that simple.
Wow.
No magic.
Well,
You
I thought
open
I
it.
could go and buy a car
No,
in my business name.
bing.
So when will I be able to do that?
Right. So tier one, you have your 80. Then
Mm-hmm.
we go to tier two. Tier two, the accounts are from $5,000 to $50,000. Now, see, two things you got to think in your mind of what in this process. That the two ways you got to think. One, 100% under the business, and two, under the business, leveraging it with my personal.
Mhm.
Okay, we're
Okay.
building to get to a point where it's 100% under the business, everything you do. When we
Okay.
first get that 80, you're just getting started. You ain't done nothing yet. You can't
Okay.
go buy your
Okay.
Benz. You get what I'm saying? You just got started. We got to
Okay.
continue to build. So
Right.
we can get a Benz right then. Yes, we can. Let me take that back. But we would have to leverage your personal with the business to do it because the business is not strong enough to stand 100% on its own yet.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys
Okay.
follow me? So
Mhm.
there's
Yes.
two scenarios you're working in. Both of them are power. Both of them are allowing you to do something because now you got a 700 to an 850 on your personal, and you have an 80, which is an 800 on the business.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Look
Orlando,
where
so you
you're
work with
shooting.
both? So you work on the personal credit side too?
We can help
Or
you with
does this
that as well.
automatically happen? I mean,
We can help you with that. We can help you with your personal as well. What we're with our partnership with the Business Mart, which is a one-stop shop for all your financial needs, all your business needs, all your research and advice is free of charge. Okay, so you can come to
wonderful.
us for your payroll, for your marketing, your personal credit. Because on the personal, the reason we put this in place, we have a platform. It's a platform. It's not about the score. The business credit is just one of the tools in the platform. It's
Mhm.
not. It's not. It's just a piece of it. It might be the driving train, the engine of the train of it, but a train is just the engine. You got to have the caboose and all the things falling
Right.
in
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? In order for it to be worth anything, the more it has on it, the more it's worth. Right?
Right.
Same thing
Mhm.
with the corporation. The more accounts you have, it's called commercial collateral. The more your company is worth.
Okay.
You see? So when we get to that tier two, we're getting accounts that are from $5,000 to $50,000, the Home Depots, the Sam's, the Lowe's, the gas cards. We get you 1 to 3 gas cards, man. Now you're able to continue to go full time
Mhm.
on the corporate lifestyle because now instead of you putting gas in your car using your personal account, you're using your corporate account.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's going to build more activity on your corporate side. And guys, I do apologize. I have to go pick my son. Unfortunately, I had a blowout yesterday, and now I'm using my wife's car, and I got to go get my son. I do apologize, and I know I did this to you again, Tanya, on the move, but I'm pretty sure everybody on here understands that the aesthetics don't matter to what we're talking about, and they know you and know you're a professional woman. So forgive my appearance or surroundings, but who cares? Okay, I
Well,
say,
we
Information is what
appreciate
we
the
wanted. We got it.
information.
uh,
I said the
guys,
information is what we wanted, and we got it. No matter
yes,
how it
ma'am,
looks right now, but we got it. Thank you for
yes,
doing it.
ma'am,
All
yes,
right,
ma'am.
Orlando. Well, thank you so much. We're going to run your information down at the bottom where people can join the Zoom and have
Right.
a telephone
And get the
number and your
ebook,
email.
guys. Get the ebook. Get the ebook. Make sure that Tanya has your email address so we can send you guys. I'm gonna turn the picture off and just talk. Okay.
Go ahead.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, as a matter of fact, then I can continue to talk. The Get the ebook. That's about 10 years of information that I've compiled together on what business credit is and how it can benefit you. It has a lot of information in there. And we can get that out to you so you can continue to educate yourself on this process. The more you know, the more we can do together. Understand that. So get the ebook. Also, when that email, in the email, I don't know how to stop this. The last attachment says evaluation form. Okay. The last attachment says evaluation form, fillable evaluation form. That is our worksheet. That is the steps to put you in compliance. It goes from your business name, your business address, the PO box, the telephone number. You can utilize that to start putting getting the pieces that you need in order to put your business in compliance. We help you with that. So if you need your DUNS number, just leave it blank and give us a call. And we'll start filling the blanks. Then you call GoDaddy. You can put in your website and dot all the pieces in there. When you have all the spaces completed, then you know you're in compliance with all state laws, federal laws, and lending institutions. Also, at the bottom of it, it says it says action plan. Now, when I work with my clients, we like to focus on a 90-day action plan. What you can accomplish over the next 90 days, realistic goals that you can accomplish over the next 90 days. A lot of people, they got the same vision board every year. They don't understand that the
Mhm.
vision board is supposed to be changed. You know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to have the same vision board every year.
Right.
But because you're thinking so far down the line, typically what happens is when at the end of the year you turn around and you look, you ain't done nothing because your eyes are at
All right, Orlando, we're losing you. I'm going to go ahead and just we're running his information down at the bottom. So he has, again, he talked about the form that each of us can fill out. If what I did was I sent him an email, and then later on he sent something back to me that had the ebook in it, and then this evaluation form. So you can put in what your business goals are, your recommendations, and your 90-day action plan. And so I have them beginning to work on that. One of the first things that they did was they used my business email, which I never use it. I always use getskills365 at Gmail. And now I'm using my business email. One of the first things that they said is that I had to respond back using that email. So they wanted to make sure that email was a good email for me. They checked my business website along with, I gave them my business tax ID number. I do have a Dunn and Bradstreet number that I had it for, I guess, since 2004 and was just unaware. And so some of the information that when I went out to Dunn and Bradstreet was I found out when they said my business was established. So it said there that my business was established in 2004, but I always say 2007. And I say 2007 because of when I incorporated it.
Right.
So those are the different types of information that you'll fill out on the form. And I had to correct a lot of things. I was just fortunate because I had done the incorporation again back in 2007, and I did have a PO box. But if you asked me today what business address, I would have told you my home address instead of telling you my PO box is part of my business. I had no idea. Um, so some things were in order and some things are still out of order. But I do realize that when I got turned down for this, it was really because I had no business credit. I wasn't on that side. No one was supposed to be looking at my personal for a loan. They were supposed to be looking at my business for a loan, and I don't have anything there. And so even just a glance on the Dunn and Bradstreet, you can see where you have no transactions, nothing going on, nothing is showing up in your business. So these are just the little things that we get started with. And again, we have been on the phone with Orlando for the last 2 weeks now, 2 weeks
Mhm.
straight, every Tuesday and Thursday, because we pick up a little, a little jewel, a little diamond every time we talk with him. And if you can do that much, now he will walk you through what you need to do step by step without any fees or charges or anything. Their office does a whole lot for you just to get you compliant. Because if you're not compliant, they can't even do anything with you. So they work very hard to make sure that all of us are in order at the very beginning. And so many of us just start up a business because we need some money and, I'm going to start a lawn care. And then we don't go any further with it. And the only reason we open up an EIN number most times is because we got to put some money in the bank. And in order to have, deposit money with your business name, you got to have an EIN number. We're not thinking about our future. We didn't think about, if I have a lawn business, the type of equipment that I was going to need to purchase for that lawn business. You start out with a lawnmower, but later on you need a trailer, or you need, a riding lawnmower, bigger equipment. And so, in order to have that, we put everything on our personal credit, and we just got to stop. But you listen at all these other people around us, of course, those that don't look like us, and how much they have through their businesses and how they've done it. Or no, nobody tells you how they've done it. They just said that they did it.
That's right. That's right. Hey, let's be real about it. When we look at this thing, um, most of us don't do right simply because we don't know what we don't know. We
Absolutely.
don't know what we don't know. And this man has, for 17 years, found out what he didn't know so that he could know, so that he can help us know. All right. And when the rubber meets the road, most people of color, we just start with what we think is the right thing to do. And sometimes, hey, it's innocent, right? It's innocent, but you could be innocent and wrong at the same time. From what this brother shared, I didn't know any of this that he shared. I didn't know any of it. And I've for years opened and closed businesses, open and close. Couldn't get money, didn't know why, and nobody ever explained it.
That's it.
Nobody ever explained the why. You
Right.
see, and so Orlando has taken the time to research, trial and error, and he's explaining the why to people, but he specifically, I think, I could be wrong. It seemed like he is specifically reaching out to our people. And listen, people of color, we need this, because Black Wall Street is not going to happen by mistake.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's
You
right.
are so right.
We have to be more intentional. And he's giving us the tools and the understanding. I think you said, Anthony, what we don't know, we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
And, continuing to get this knowledge and gaining the understanding. And the other thing we have to remember is that we don't hold that knowledge to ourselves, continue
Exactly.
to pass that information on to the next person so that we can help someone else. And that's what that's what he does, and that's what we should do. And he's teaching us that model of that will help set us up for generational wealth.
Yeah. And I like what he said. This has to become table talk.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Table talk around dinner time. I know we're running out of time, so I'm going to turn it back over to Tanya.
Oh, so I guess I was getting ready to say, I've been sharing this information with so many people so that they can join the Tuesday and Thursday calls. I've taken the time to make sure that people that even have businesses already set up and doing fantastic work, that they, make sure that they have this. So I'm going to continue to spread the information and spread the word. And
Absolutely.
we ask you for you to come back with us next week. We will be here with Financial Sins on next week, Friday. My name is Tanya Scott Pilcher. I'm the insurance professor, helping people to pass that doggone insurance exam the first time. And like always, live life like there is no tomorrow. Flo?
Renetta Milner signing out, saying, make it a great day. You need advice on careers and jobs. I am your person. Make it a great day. Have a great weekend.
Hey, this is Mad Flo. I'm not crazy, y'all. I'm just making a difference for life and others through financial literacy. So y'all make sure knowledge is power and people can take advantage of your ignorance or the amount of knowledge you have. Y'all have a great day. Thank you, Orlando. Loved it.
Hey, my name is Anthony Murray. I'm your retirement professional and expert and financial literacy expert. Hey, thanks for being with us today. God bless you.
See y'all next Friday.
I like that.